Michael and his club is baking cookies for the bake sale. In 3 days, he baked 3/5 of the total number of cookies being sold. On the first day, 55 total cookies were baked by the club. On day 2, 35 cookies were baked by the club. On day 3, 25 total cookies were baked by the club. What was the number of cookies Michael baked in all 3 days? All right, in order to solve this problem, we need to know how many cookies did the whole club went ahead and made. So on the first day, they created 55 cookies. On the second day, they created 35 cookies. And on the third day, they created 25 cookies. If you add all that up, that should give you a total of 115 total cookies. That is the total amount of cookies that were created by the whole club. But here's the thing. Michael didn't make all 115 cookies. He only made 3/5 of those cookies. What we're going to need to do is create a fraction bar. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to create a fraction bar and I'm going to enter it right here. Okay. So that is my fraction bar. Now, what we need to know is how much is this fraction bar worth? Remember that your fraction bar is always worth the total amount. Well, we know that the total amount of cookies that were created was 115. So that means there is 115 cookies. I'm going to write C for cookies in this whole bar. Okay. Now, we are going to have to cut this bar into pieces and take some of those parts. Well, if we pay attention to the fraction they give us, the fraction is 3/5. That means we're going to have to cut this bar into 5 pieces and take 3. So let's go ahead and cut this bar into 5 pieces and make sure that they're equal. I'm going to try to make this as equal as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've cut this bar into 5 equal pieces. Remember that the total bar equals 115 cookies. Well, I don't care about how much the whole bar is. I need to know how much each part of these sections are worth. Okay, so we took 115 cookies, divided into 5 equal pieces. Let's see how much it's worth. I'm going to pull out a calculator. 115 divided by 5. That means each part of this section is worth 23 each. So this, let's see if I can write that one more time. Let's see. This part here is worth 23 cookies. So is this 23 cookies. 23 cookies. If you add all of these up, this should add up to all 115 cookies. All we did was take the 115 and divide it into 5 pieces. Now, if you look at your fraction again, it says I want to take 3 of those pieces. So I'm going to take 3 of those pieces. I'm going to take, and I'm going to highlight in blue, I'm going to take this one, I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take this one. I took 3 out of the 5 pieces. So that means I have to add all of these pieces together. So that be 23 plus 23 plus 23. That gives me a total of 69 cookies total. That implies that Michael had created 69 cookies.